to get to the tarot and the astrology and all that stuff too, right? So here's something I want to share, personal, right, before we get into the astrology and all that stuff. As an example with Cop City and da 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 da. But so me and Luna aren't on the same page. And put it like that. When in reality we kind of are, you know, but we're not seeing we're on the same page, right? Now, this is a common occurrence, right? Even on this level, this isn't the first time, right? Now, what I've learned in this is that the times before, it'd be like, I'm hurt, so then I start coming up with more and more creative ways to hurt back, right? Like a funny, a witty thing, or a comeback, or a put down, or a fact, or whatever it is. Screenshots, whatever the fuck, right? But what I've realized is that it doesn't feel good. And it doesn't give me the results that I actually want. Because you being hurt and hurting someone, you don't want to hurt someone. You just don't want to be hurt, right? Hear me out. Think about it. You know, you being hurt, let's say you fall on your skateboard, you fall down some stairs, right? You're hurt, right? Are you going to push the next person down the stairs, right? That doesn't make sense. So why do we do that in like our relationships and life and all that shit, right? What I realized today, right, is that because I was like, man, I want to respond with something. I got all these things I can respond with. And I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit and I'm going to meditate. And if I feel that I want to respond with anger, I'm going to sit and meditate some more. A couple days have gone past. Now I'm not responding in anger. I'm start coming up with different ways to make things work. Now, the same thing reflects with Cop City, right? Because the reason I'm sharing this is because our inside is a reflection of our outside. Our outside is a reflection of our inside, right? They go hand in hand. But we think it's all these external sources. It's not. Outside, inside, same but different. So I sit and I think about the Cop City thing. I sit and meditate. And I thought, and this is going to be an unpopular opinion. I sat and I thought that we protest and then we spend our money on getting the protesters out of jail. Right? Dozens of protesters get arrested each time. Each time. If not hundreds sometimes. Me being one of those protesters. Once upon a time. So they get out. Let's say we get everyone out. What do they come back to? You know what I'm saying? What are what is there created from this? We've lost a lot, and we got people out free, but what are they coming back to? You know? They come back to a fight where there's more protesters going. Odds are they're going back, right? A lot of the times. And what if, right, instead of, again, giving the system more money, because who owns the fucking jails and the bond services and all that shit, right? So technically we're feeding into the game on both sides. We give the jails more, attendees. We give the system more money. Hey, what's going on? Fellow agency. What do we have? Family. Agency fam. Yeah, much love. We give them more money, and then we actually fund the fear of why there needs to be a cop city. For, remember, everyone thinks they're the good guy in the story. Everyone thinks they're the good guy. So for us, we look at it like good and evil, right? Like it's so simple. Black, white. But it's not. We have to realize that, okay, maybe we could be the bad guy in this story. Although we don't think we are, in someone's story, we may be. Something I learned when I was in jail, being an attendee, right? I was talking to the guard. It was pretty cool because they arrested me with no shirt. So that was pretty cool. Ended up giving me a shirt and let me make a couple calls and X, Y, and Z, and I was talking to him, and he was telling me how someone works on a chicken farm and they make like $22 an hour. So I'm like, okay, that must be pretty low, right? I'm like, shit, I don't know. He tells me he's bumped because he makes $15 an hour. I'm like, huh? And he's like, yeah. You want to know, like, everyone kind of, when you're in jail or whatever, they're all mad and irritated and they treat the other people like, X, Y, and Z. But, They're just trying to do a job. They got bills, they got mouths to feed, they got clothes on their back that they have to take care of. You know, they gotta stay warm. So they don't do it. They're just like, oh, I wanna, fuck this system up. I'm the good guy, even. Some people might be doing it and be like, damn, this is kind of fucked up. I learned more about the system while I was in the system than out the system. Because you write a paper in college about the numbers of inmates and this statistic and, private prison this. I did a paper on it. And then you go to jail. And you see it. You experience it. And I'm not saying I've experienced prison. But you start looking at the numbers. You start looking at how people are treated. You start looking at why people are there. And what's crazy is that the people then on the inside feel bad. Because they're like, hey, bro, like I remember they give you like a little packet or whatever when you go to your bunk, right? It's got all your socks, soap, this, and this, all that shit. The guy who handed me the packet, he's like, yeah, I know this is fucked up, but every time I hand you one of these packets, the jail gets a check. So, they know that, let's say if you don't get a packet, right, a little baggie, right, then that means you bailed out. Already got a check, right? You just paid to get out, right? There's fees and all that shit, right? Oh man, bail bondsmen are amazing people. Totally not in on the system. So, you get your little bag. Now that's it. Every week, they get funding. So, it's sad because it goes, what do we do to change this? We get upset. And that's where I go back to the relationship thing, right? We get so upset. We're so upset. We're so angry, flustered. I can't see. This is terrible. Right? That we react. And within that reaction, we don't realize that what we're doing is the same energy that what we're upset about, right? For instance, argument says something that I take hurtful, so I respond with something that's hurtful, right? I might think I'm the good guy because I'm responding from the good guy lens, but in reality, I'm still responding in the same energy. There's no good or bad guy in this energy. It's just negative energy. You dig what I'm saying? Our perception on how we look like is good or bad, but that's not fact. Good guy, bad guy is not a fact. Not a fact. Not a fact. What is a fact? The motherfucking sun. Alright? That motherfucker goes up. It go down. Allegedly. Right? How you look at it in your atmosphere or whatever the fuck. Right? Fact. Fact. If I jumped off a building, I would go towards the ground, not towards the sky. I mean, I would go to the sky for a small amount of time before I rapidly go towards the ground, right? Without anything extra, right? That's a fact. So, good guy, bad guy, right? Hey, what's going on? Talking about how being a good guy or a bad guy, it's not a fact, right? What are your thoughts? It's all perception. How are we perceiving our own actions is totally up to us, right? Now, to go back to the me being in jail thing, right? I'm talking to the guy. He's bummed out. And he was like, yeah, if people, got paid more, maybe we had even more training. They actually vet people a little bit more because you kind of know when someone's power hungry and they're trying to abuse that. Then he's like, then this wouldn't even, be that bad, be that crazy. You dig what I'm saying? So then someone comes and they go, of course, did you just say Blue Lives Matter? Hey, we're talking about good, evil. It's not fact. It's all perception. What are your thoughts? So I said Blue Lives Matter, this, and this, all lives matter, whatever, right? Because they do. I understand how some can take that energy and like, again, perception, right? So now the statement all lives matter is perceived somewhat of a negative, and even some aspects a derogatory term, because it makes people feel as if they're being belittled. Hey, Black Lives Matter. So when you say all lives matter, it makes me feel as if you're saying black lives don't matter. Now, this is where we talk about healing the perception. Because if this is the energy, right? The energy between two parties. You got all lives matter, black lives matter. Energy between two parties. Hurt, and then also hurt, right? Okay, you saying that Black Lives Matter make me feel that my life doesn't matter. So therefore, I say all lives matter. Now, what's interesting if we just go, hey guys, both statements are valid, both energies are somewhat valid. If we just focused on healing the energy and not necessarily focusing on the statement, because the statement doesn't change the energy behind it. The statement is just, words that carry the energy, right? We can get somewhere. What is going on is all the separation that we are now separating ourselves from our loved ones, our fellow beings, our thank you just our own teammates, right? We're separating ourselves. Here, look at this. It's like there's single and then there's couples, right? And that's all you kind of think about, even down to that degree. So in America, at least, especially in New York, and I said this to somebody and they were like, it was so funny, the reaction, because I was like, I've been to a okay amount of places right now in my travels in America, and I said, out of all the places I've really been, New York is the most like populated or whatever, but they are the most like lock your door, can't trust your neighbor, right? Can't trust your neighbor, right? Where that's interesting because it's like, well, if New York is such, of a, dangerous place, then why are you here? When you think about it like that. But people don't tend to think about it like that. They just go, okay, it's me against the world, right? So me, how do I identify myself? I identify myself as an Asian man who, and now there's all sorts of ways to identify yourself. Now, I think I want to say this, and I don't want to, necessarily offend anyone, but make people feel more comfortable. That's the goal of my statement before people do whatever. But like, there's times where, people say they feel like a man or they feel like a woman, right? What is interesting is that I think the overall goal of what people are really saying with their hearts with, all of this is that gender roles are stupid, right? And they don't like their assigned role, Now, the interesting part is that you shouldn't have to have any assigned role for who you are as a person, as an individual. I speak this from my heart because I grew up and everyone thought I was gay. Because I like to sit with my legs crossed. I like to dance. I like the color pink. I love the color pink. I spoke at a higher tone voice. I was very animated with my dialogue. But I didn't like men like that. I feel there was even a pressure of myself to figure out what it is I did like. You like girls, you like guys. What is it? Who are you dating? Blah, 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 and this, and this. I feel that you don't have to be a woman to wear a dress. And you don't have to be a guy to wear baggy clothes. You just gotta be you. And that can change every single moment, you know? Maybe you're tapping into more of your masculine energy today, more of your feminine energy tomorrow. That's fine. So, I just wanted to share that because I feel that, you know, there's like this pressure to pick a side, and if you're, you know, you just gotta pick a side, and you gotta, you know, whether you're a male and you feel like a woman, or a woman you feel like a male, that you have to pick a side, and that's who you are, and that's who you gotta identify as. When just be you, you're you, you know. You chose this consciousness, this for a reason when we incarnate. How people perceive you is not you. And it's not your job to help people even perceive you in a certain way. So, I hope that helps someone. And again, I'm not putting anyone down. I'm just saying, if I sense that at the root of all this, we really just want to be accepted. And being accepted isn't picking a side, it's by picking yourself. So that's enough of me just talking around random shit. Let's get to some astrology, some other things, and then go about our day. You know what? I was really bummed that I didn't go out for 420. But now, as I sit here, light up a fatty and talk astrology and shit that really do matter, you know, I give thanks. And I think I realize I'm just that person, you know. Like, in life, I would always, like with the Super Bowl, I set up the Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl the year they were in it in Houston. Being from Atlanta, that's exciting. I'm not going to say I'm a Falcons fan, but I'm from Atlanta, so I'm rooting for the Falcons. Right? This time. For sure. They ended up taking me off because I set it up. That's called the end. They ended up taking me off the out, which is the breakdown, to put me on another gig in Atlanta. So they took me, oh, you're not going to Houston anymore. We need you in Atlanta. I was super bummed. Super bummed. What? Then I did the gig. It was awesome. And the fucking Falcons lost. So the next day, instead of having to break down, you know, all this Falcons thing after they lose, I'm doing a whole different gig. Fucking Call of Duty World Championships. I remember to this day. And it reminds me of like now, of like, you know, and I think I just keep thinking I'm supposed to do this. And realistically, I think that I'm supposed to do this because I think it's going to make up for the times that I didn't do. As I said, and here I'll show you guys. Sorry, YouTube. April in the A. Boom. Look at that. Alright, so where are you at nowadays? I love seeing your travels. Literally like my favorite like travel like vlog thing. Like, you know what? And I say that and I mean it. Because everybody else is so goddamn corny, is so annoying. It makes me not want to travel, honestly. You know, I see the same little corny people go to the same little hostels and the same little places in Japan, and they do the same little thing and their same little videos. I swear you're the only travel vlog thing that actually hangs out with people and makes it cool. I won't say the only, but just like one of the ones I see. There we go. So I gotta give respect where respect is due. Stop my little show and stop for the flowers. One more time, just for the bloom, you know. All right. I was because your flowers are right there, man. Look at that, it's beautiful. I mean, clearly you're looking at me, not as beautiful, but close. And it's things that you don't see when you I don't know, it's just last 420 helped me realize that we'll be in Detroit now, we'll be back in Paris soon for sure. Also, another thing, I appreciate you wherever you are, right? And represent Detroit. Detroit, baby, we love Detroit. People told us not to go to Detroit. They were wrong. Go to Detroit. Hey, Cleveland? We like Cleveland. We like Cleveland, but it was interesting. Oh, you gotta go to Cleveland. You gotta go to Cleveland. You gotta stay out of Detroit. Detroit's crazy. We went to Detroit, had a fucking awesome time. Cleveland, we were like, that's cool, you know. But Detroit, I had a good time. Stop pressuring travel vlogs to travel because it gets exhausting sometimes. And when you come back home to just chill, and then like you literally like when I'm in like Georgia or some shit like that, and they're like, oh dude, I love seeing you here. What are you doing next? And you're like, I just got here. Like I literally come for Movement Fest. Oh shit, say less. I'm about to Google that shit right now. Movement Fest with my little lappy toppy. But I mean, not saying don't get excited about people traveling, but like, you know, people are people too, and sometimes it is nice to be home and not out of like you're still out of a suitcase, but at least it's, you know, with, I don't know, like, fuck, sometimes I just want to chill. Maybe I want to chill for a month. I might chill for a year, you know? People get so disappointed, right? On God. Because, like, only travel people know this. Because it's not like, so, of course, what's the big deal? It's because people get so disappointed, like, when you tell them, like, oh, yeah, I was thinking about staying here for a little bit. And, like, I actually realized that everything is right here in front of me, and I've been traveling and I can do all the same things right here and hang out with you guys. And they're like, no, this place is not that cool. Like, no, it's not. You'd be like, no, actually, like, it is kind of cool, you know, like, you know, I'm sure, like, when you're in Detroit, you're like, I love Detroit, and then people are like, oh, Detroit's lame, I'll go somewhere else, and you're like, dude, like, just, you know, and that's why we, again for the flowers on the tree, you know, I'm gonna cut this in later, maybe, but this is my point exactly, because, fuck, they'll ask me, Quartz, did you go to the botanical gardens in New York? I'm like, no, I didn't. But I hugged like hella trees, and like I just opened up my door and I just stared at these beautiful blossoming trees that, you know, are native to this region, right? Being in Florida for a minute, you see palm trees. It's nice to see something else, right? So I just had to say that for all my travel folks out there who, you know, like, preach, because, hey, just be grateful, you know what I'm saying? Like, ask them about the experiences, you know? But I feel pressuring people to do more, and I want to talk about that with the different vlogs, because that's where I was talking about chores, and I have to talk about this, because this is just near and dear to my heart, because if I see one more fucking... Alright, here's something that irritated me. I have to talk about this, right? And I'm calling them out. Nah, I won't do that. I'm gonna be nice. We're gonna be a little... We're mild, course. We're not gonna be the bomb. We're gonna be like sauce number 3 on Hot Ones. But we're a little spicy, but we're not gonna blow the spot up. There we go. Alright, so I'm watching travel vlog. They're going through Japan, and they're like, oh, you know, they're staying in the van, RV, whatever the fuck, something like that. And they're like, oh, we have to dump our poop tube, right? Our black waste, right? So, being Japan and how friendly everyone is, they're like, oh, I bet they'll be so friendly that the RV park would let us dump our stuff. And they did for free, right? Because everyone in Japan is so nice. So then they were like, oh, we're not going to stay here at the RV park that let us so graciously come in and use their facilities. We're going to drive X amount to go sleep in a parking lot, right? Because we don't want to pay the money. And then they ended up getting woken up in the parking lot because they couldn't sleep there. And it was like, oh, we couldn't sleep at the parking lot. We were woken up. And then we had to go somewhere else. And we're so tired. And this, and this, and this. But it's like, that's the shit that I see that be irritating the hell out of me. Because it's like, are you traveling to be a part of someone's culture? Or are you traveling to exploit someone's culture for your own benefit? You dig what I'm saying? Because you have no issue being in someone's country, using their facilities to make a fucking video that you then monetize, but we refuse to pay the people to stay there. For me, I would have paid to stay there, even if I was going to leave. I would have been like, you guys were such a fucking kind, hopeful people. I'm going to pay half price or some shit, and I'm going to get on the fucking road, right? And I saw that, and that's where we have to, you know, anyone watching this, I'm going to do April the 8th, check them out, because they actually, you know, fucking be turning up with people and enjoying the culture. And I don't see enough of that. I see Google repeat all the same sites. I get it. You know, that's like, it's like going to Atlanta and then, you know, you go to the Jackson Street Bridge or some shit like that. You go to fucking the CNN Center or something like that. And then you talk about, oh, I've been to Atlanta. Like, no, you haven't been to Atlanta. You haven't been to Atlanta until you pull up on Edgewood at 3 a.m. and it's just lit. You're just like, what the fuck is going on? You haven't been to Atlanta until you pull up to Edgewood, it's lit outside, and then you walk into the bar and there's no one in there. You're like, what the fuck? I just waited in line. Like, fucking, I just made my way through all these people outside. I thought these bars were going to be packed. And there's no one in here. Yes, that's Atlanta. We are outside. That's where we you know, compte torn outside. You dig what I'm saying? So, we really outside with it. We not inside with it. We outside with it. You know, like, that's culture. You know, like, when we went to Detroit, I forgot what park we went to, But it's this amazing skate park right on the water, and you get to see the bridge go across to Canada, and just hanging out, listening to the local music. Like the music's different. I will say, I think Detroit's like a breath of fresh air from when you're traveling and you're like, as a DJ or whatever, and you're like, oh, what's the new music? And they're like, oh, we listen to this, and this. And it's like, okay, that's Atlanta. Like, I was in, like, California. I'm like, no, I want to, what are y'all listening to? Detroit rappers have somehow took stand-up comedy and gangster rap, and they've somehow bridged the gap to, this shit is fucking hilarious. BFP the Pac-Man, you got, what's his name? Sada Baby. I was supposed to look up something. I opened up my laptop. We're looking up Movement Fest. I can't forget that because we're staying off. Oh, what's going on, Steph? Just like stuff like that. Like, it was just so funny and different, and their flow is so different, and it's like, and people in Detroit are so proud that they're in Detroit that it makes me, stoked, right? So I just want to say that's what I enjoy from traveling. I don't necessarily, it's a different point. Some people might want to, like the Big Fist in Detroit or some shit, saw it, whatever, that's cool. But I'd rather be invited to the cookout. You dig what I'm saying? And seeing what y'all got on the aux, what y'all eating for the food, what y'all sipping on, what y'all smoking on. You dig what I'm saying? So, and that ass, I said Michigan got the best dabs. That's the best. We've been traveling around, and the dabs I got in Michigan for the price, crazy. And the service, like, bro, you go to a dispensary in California, oh my god, like, there's rooms, a waiting room inside another waiting room, and then you go into another room, and then, like, it's just so much, like, and then Michigan, it's just like, oh, you just pull up, like, oh, you gotta try it, alright, whatever. I'm not even sure if they ID'd me, I don't know. Allegedly, yes, they did. Because no one's getting in trouble. Of course they did, because Michigan is responsible. They ID everybody. Alright, Movement Fest in New York. Or, no, Detroit. Movement Fest. Where's your favorite places that you've gotten smoke from? That's what I want to know. It's 420. One day, let's do BTS travel talk. Oh my god, yeah, let's, I can do calls on my podcast, not with Instagram, I don't believe, but if we FaceTime, we can set something up, or we can, if we're in the same city or something, but I would love to do that. I want the real life travel talk, right? Not glorified Instagram, and real travel talk of not like, hey, we out here and we making, we gotta work. You know what I'm saying? Like, type shit. We gotta figure out how we gonna get this shit done. So, not everyone is blessed with, endless resources or something like that. And a lot of people you see, like, I got a homie Smokey, the hippies out there, they just drive that car until it break down. You dig what I'm saying? And then they hitch, and then they get a new one. Movement Festival Detroit. Oh, we found up. Line up. When is it? It's techno? Ooh, electric dance. Oh my god, this was Movement. Alright, here we go. Yeah, tell me more about this Movement Fest. Join our mailing list. Sure, why not? I don't want to. It's so far. I would. But I'm a. It's just so. I wanted to see. I'll join the mailing list later. Zed's dead. Okay. 3-6 Mafia is gonna be there. What? Skrillex. Let's see. Anyone else? Brian the Aquarius. God damn it. Now I can't be Quartz the Aquarius anymore. Whatever. Shoosh. Let's see. When is Electric Forest? When do they do that? Have you ever been to Electric Forest? I know that's Michigan, right? That's something I've always wanted to do. They just when I was doing staging, they wasn't cutting the check. Everyone was like, "Bro, you gotta come out here. It's lit." I was like, "Yeah, but they're paying like half of what I make like somewhere else." So, you know, but you know, I don't know. Maybe I should have done it and said fuck the money and took the fun meter. But my thing is, if I'm supposed to be paid to work, I'd rather just come back, make the money the work time, and then come back and really ball out. Shit, fuck it. So I have no idea why I'm even sharing that, but that's just the shit that's on my mind. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I got all these names but this is cool. This looks like a cool time. We wanted to start hitting the festivals. Well, you down to do a festival tour? Just fucking travel, hit a bunch of festivals, and then that can be a cool little thing, right? That would be fun. Oh, they got the after parties, the hours and the infos, events, merch, experience, lineup, tickets. There's a tickets exchange, purchase. Oh, GA, general mission. Not. Alright, let's see what the general mission is looking like. Forever. Hey, we might be there. Movement Fest. I already forgot what day it was. I know it's end of May, right? May 27th to 29th. Okay, so it's possible. It's not this April, like 29th. So, and I still have to get the tarot. That is what we're doing today. It's 1 o'clock. I've been live for 2 freaking hours and still have not even talked about tarot. Oh, this is cool. Alright, so let's make it happen. This seems like a cool time. Look at me and alright, so boom. Come on, guys. Hang in there. It's Taurus season. Shit, it's a triple Taurus season right now. We are Taurus. Oh, and happy birthday! I gotta freaking. Let's all wish April happy birthday because it's Taurus season in this bitch. Let's get it. We got Sun in Taurus, Moon in Taurus. Mercury has entered retrograde. Pause those conversations, obviously. Hey, I'm just gonna show up during Mercury retrograde. That's all I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Goddamn. Any other retrogrades? No. So we're chilling. So Venus is in Gemini. We got Mars in Cancer. Jupiter's Aries. Saturn's Pisces. Uranus Taurus. Huh. So there you go. Lots of Taurus energy. Especially my Aquarius ass with Uranus. Lots of Taurus energy. Let's take a little Pufferton. Goddamn, I might not be a fucking live everyday person, but once I get going, I'm going. Let's see what the conflict is. The opposition. Coconut. Fresh coconut. That's what we missed from fucking, what's it called, Miami, and we got it. Manifesting. Show you it's a lesson. Deadass, that's coconut right there. It's coconutty. I'll put that right there. I can still reach it. Taurus placements. Oh, Capricorn. Pluto. Ah, that makes sense. So big opposition for a lot of these placements. We got Mercury. You can call it opposition for pretty much most of the universe. A good part of the solar system is in Taurus right now. You got your moon, you got Uranus, Mercury, even nodes, if you want to count those, in the sun. So, with that being in opposition with Pluto, which is somewhat on the other side, and Capricorn, Pluto is death and regeneration, right? Taurus is love. See where I'm going with this? Venus, you know? So Uranus is also new things. So when you put all this together, you have Pluto on one side, which is saying, hey, in Capricorn, you know, I don't know if it's in Aquarius, right? At 0. So Aquarius is new, right? Close to Cap. Because we just had like these really, really high standards, right? Now, Pluto being in Aquarius, right, which is death and regeneration, and Aquarius, new, right? We want new and improved. Everything has to be bigger, better, badder, stronger, faster. Dun 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 dun. Hey, what's going on, Bree? Doing TV. How's that going? How is that going? Let me know. And then you have, again, Taurus. We have our moon, which is our subconscious. You got Mercury, which how we're communicating is going to be very heartfelt, and we're going to be very stubborn in the way we're communicating, which is not going to be helpful in Mercury retrograde. What is going to be helpful is if we're going to realize that we're going to be stubborn and not kind of compromise, then it's okay to take a fucking break, right? The issue is if you believe that you're holding space to compromise when in reality you're not in the ability to do that, then it's okay to go, all right, I'm not hearing you right now. I'm not feeling X, Y, and Z. Hey, what's going on? Gemini love. Boom, boom, boom. We gotta get a... I'm gonna turn it up. There we go. Appreciate you just stopping by and sharing some vibes. So, again, Taurus being a communication, we're gonna be stubborn as shit. We're not compromising. Now, maybe we're not necessarily, maybe we do have the ability to compromise, but we're not budging on certain aspects, which, guess what those aspects are going to be? Love. Now, Gemini, right? Venus is playing a big part. Now, this, as a Gemini, right, it can be confusing as an air sign. Because we talked about this earlier, everybody wants you to have an identity. Air signs are the fucking air. We don't have identities. We're everything, everywhere, all at once. And people are like, what does that mean? It's just like, leave me alone. Quartz, so are you a DJ or are you a rapper? Like, what's your music? Because you just did this song, and now you got a rock song, and then you got R&B, and then you did a country song, and it's like, you're fucking up by trying to put me in a box. You can't put me in a box, right? So, Gemini being the holy grail of non-boxable, right? Aquarius swear that they can't be put in a box, but hey, Aquariuses go for different, right? So if it's different, like if you have a lot of things that look the same and then you have one thing that's like completely different than the rest of the bunch, then the Aquarius is going to pick that. So therefore, they got put in a box. You got trapped. We know how to find an Aquarius, right? We're hunting Aquariuses today. That's their bait. But Geminis, you never know what a Gemini's going to do. You never know. You never know. They might be, like Aquarius is like, I don't do a job. A Gemini can do a job and then like turn up right after and then totally be chilling, right? They're having fun at work. They're chilling. Everybody takes it too personal. They're doing it for fun, right? Can't put them in a box, right? So, with that being said, Venus, the ruling planet of Taurus, which we talked about, where a lot of these placements in the universe are right now, is in Gemini. So why is everything, and what's in fucking retrograde right now? Mercury, right? Which is the ruling planet of Gemini, right? So now our love is so confusing because we want this and we want that, right? We want our cake and we want to eat it too. But how are we going to do that? Because also we're not compromising. This is what we're going to figure out today in tarot, right? But for the whole universe, this is what we're feeling right now because we're feeling the fact that, it's like we're fed up. We're fed up, right? We know what we don't want because that's Pluto, right? We know what we don't want. And like we talked earlier in the show, what is it that we do want, right? And that's what we're going to figure out. And don't necessarily try to put yourself in a box, right? Because if you do, and you give yourself what you think you want, it might not be what you really want. So we're going to take a moment, breathe a little bit. Coconut water, for sure. Alright. That was my little drink break. We're gonna pull an animal card, we're gonna get a shaman card, then we're gonna get to tarot cards, then we're gonna do some celebrity tarot readings. That's gonna be a live show. I've been streaming for over 2 hours. But I've been having fun. So hey, what's going on, Adam? Who? 421 every day, 420. My Cosmic Tarot. I'm gonna pull a shaman card. It's been a minute. We pulled Moon Lodge, Retreat. Interesting. 17, 8. 11/17 is an important day. For me, at least. Now, the shaman card of the day, let's show it one more time. retreat. Sometimes it's good to do that. We talked about it. During this retrograde, it's a good time to retreat, man. Why? Because we know what we don't want, but do we know what we do want? And sometimes we rush and we go, we're going to figure it out. I'm not saying it's not impossible, but things happen along the way that we necessarily might not be planning for. Yo. So, if we need to fall back and be with ourselves, be with our heart, be with us, you know, before we move forward, it's interesting because every time, maybe not every time, but I talked for so long, and then it said retreat. I said we have to fall back. It literally said that. So I didn't pull it on purpose. You guys see it was random cards. We might have lost the battle, but the war's not over, right? In a positive way. So let's get an animal card. Ooh, let me pull one of these cards. Foxes are clever. I'm sensing we have to think our way out of this one. You know? Fox as a spirit animal comes to you during times of challenging or unpredictable times of change. Hey, what did I say? Many people are slow to move out of their comfort zones even when situations call for immediate responsiveness and flexibility. Fox says you must act, but do so with wisdom and do so now. Yeah, foxes are quick. Foxes are not turtles. And this is awesome. It goes right with the what's it called? The spirit, the whole universe shit. Solar system. Pluto wants you to react, right? It wants you to make changes. That's what Pluto's here for. In Aquarius, it's time to go, right? But Taurus is where, I'm not going to say the wisdom comes in, but we're realizing that yes, we have to act, but no one said like right now. You know what I'm saying? A Taurus is going to be like, yes, I have to go, but also not right now. Like 10 more minutes maybe, but not right now. They'll be like, it's 10 minutes, what's the difference? And they'll be like, I will show you what you can do in 10 minutes. So, we have retreat, right? We also have the fox. Wisdom I'm gaining in this moment is just controlling, like letting go. I feel that I take in so much information from other people and I try to like execute. Hey, what's going on? Just execute, like. But thinking about that makes me think about college, because it goes, oh, you got to do Fashion Week, right? I don't know, like when I walk around, everyone's like, oh my god, you're a model, like why aren't you modeling, or what agency, and this and this, and it's like, well, I do have an agency, like I do, like maybe I'm not on the biggest billboard fucking wherever, but like I'm modeling my own clothing, you know, like, and I guess for myself, taking on pressure of just trying to make this make sense, you know. I guess like understanding I'm fucking streamed for 3 hours now at this point, and I'm chilling because that's just how I work. Maybe I won't do, you know, every single day. But when I feel like it, I'm going to say something and it's going to mean something. I like this tarot stuff, man. There's just spirit and astrology, and really would be so lost without it. It helps you really, like, I don't know, learn. I feel, you know, whatever, someone, you're fake this and this, but, like, I'm a translator, right? Any reader will tell you. I'm not necessarily, like, I don't know, I'm not, it's not even like channeling. It's like, it's right there. You read the astrology thing. You can read a natal chart or the astral chart, see where the planets are right now, and you can put it together when you know what the symbols mean and what they represent and all that. And the same thing with tarot. So then when you can put the symbols together, it's like reading a book. Now, the difference is I'm reading a book aloud, but as I'm reading the book, I'm learning just like everyone else. Maybe I'm the one reading the book, right, for everyone, but do I necessarily know where it's going? No, I don't. Am I different than anyone else here? Not really. Just being honest. And realistically, I don't control where the book goes, no matter how much I think I may. So, with that being said, thanks to anyone who's listening to this and just vibing or whatever, fucking all that. I was just thinking about how just looking at these flowers. We'll see until we should get a camera just on the tree so I can stop. But just like being a salesperson with my energy, I'm not necessarily that. let's do some readings. I'm cozy. I'm dead ass cozy. So someone said, "Oh, I want quartz where you was just like chilling." Or, well, you got them.
Well, maybe not chilling that hard. Make up your mind, people. Make up your mind.
Alright, what season is a Taurus? So let's start with Earth signs, of course. The first one, Taurus. Two of Wands. So Taurus is, dude, oh my gosh. If anyone has the time, check out the whole live show. But for the short ones, this is awesome. We're just saying the same thing over and over. But in a good way. But again, Tauruses, hear me out. Betty Tarot it, right? Two of Wands, there's a whole cycle, right? Ace of Wands is the initial idea. Two of Wands is like writing it down. Three of Wands is sending it out to the universe. Four of Wands is receiving that blessing. Bring it back. We're at the two, right? So, like we said, the fox right here is going to tell us that wisdom is going to help us move forward, right? But it is time to act, Tauruses, right? I'm looking at you guys specifically because Tauruses are the ones who are going to be like, you'd be like, what's your dream? This is this. They'd be like, oh, open a restaurant would be cool. And be like, oh, okay, so how are you manifesting? Like, what would it look like in this? And they'd pull out a whole book written down. They got the menu. They got prices. And this is a true story. I'm not lying, right? They got all of that ready to go. And you'd be like, okay, how long have you had this? And they'd be like, oh, a couple years. And you'd be like, so when are you gonna make the restaurant a reality? And they were like, what? No, maybe. Two of Wands, but it's time to act on it, Tauruses. It's time to act. The fox, right? It's saying use that wisdom that you use to do the research of the restaurant, come up with the menu, the location, all that stuff. Use that wisdom, but do it quickly, right? Wisdom, act on it. That's like our overall reading of this new one. So let's get one for Virgos. Boom. We have the Emperor. Oh, drop it like it's hot. So, again, the Emperor 4, right? Foundation. We're building our foundation. What does our foundation look like? We don't know. Right? We talked about that. We may know what it doesn't look like. We may have tried and failed. Right? So we know that that way didn't work. We knew this way of living, this way of acting, this way of, energy didn't work. But it's okay to try again. We got unlimited tries, right? We have tries and tries and tries until we can't try no more. Like Aaliyah said, dust yourself off and try again. Get yourself up and try again. Try again. Yeah, that's what Aaliyah said, right? We have unlimited tries until we break. So that's on you. So if we mess up, it's okay to take it down and, what did Leah say? Try again, right? So Virgos, with the Emperor being in reverse, right, it's saying that the foundation wasn't it. It didn't necessarily, it wasn't the best thing ever, right? It might have been okay, right? It might have been a 7 out of 10, but it wasn't a 10 out of 10. And even if it was a 1 out of 10, right? The fact that we're trying, and let's not discredit ourselves for attempting to make things work. If you tried and you failed, you tried. Like Michael Jordan said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And that's our reading. Dust yourself off and try again. We're figuring it out, right? What we like to call R&D. Yeah, there you go. Okay, Capricorns. You guys are seeing this? Capricorns, it is working. No, I'm just so, all right, Capricorns, I feel this is more of a what's it called, a material thing, right? Like, oh, you got the funds are flowing, this, that, and the other, right? This is more in general, right? So let's look over at Virgo, because now Capricorns have realized that they can make money, right? Kind of like I realized when I was like traveling, and I was like, well, I can go anywhere with tarot cards and be able to make enough to make some food. So, all right, my horizons are expanding just in that one aspect of like a traveler, right? So then let's say, okay, now I've gotten really good at my craft that I can really make a lot of money anywhere. I can make this anywhere. I realize that I can get any job that I want anywhere because I'm qualified. I realize that I'm so attractive that I can just stand in the middle of anywhere and get what I want. Right? Something along the lines of that for Capricorns. But what else? Right? So Capricorn's been so focused about what's it called? Making the money that they forgot about the other things, right? Capricorn's been so focused about paying their bills that they forgot that, although the bills are paid, wouldn't it be nice to have some friends, right? Capricorns, right, got all the cute clothes, but nowhere to go. Now, comment, Capricorns, am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know. Right? That's all I gotta say. Now, with the Four of Pentacles, it's saying, yo, you got, not saying that you gotta stop working, right? Just stop, cold turkey. Just saying that, yo, you kind of doing your thing a little bit. You dig what I'm saying? So, relax, let yourself enjoy your money. Enjoy your, you know what I'm saying? This is what I look at this. Like, Capricorns, This is like a meeting, like, hey, yeah, you're good. You got tons of money in the bank. That's great. You have tons of skills and all that stuff. But when are you gonna have some fun? You know what I'm saying? Like, when are we gonna do that? You know? That would be Capricorns, and that would wrap up our Earth Sun readings. High Priestess. I'm gonna say Aries. Right? I'll do Aries because it was just different. I'll even give them an extra birthday card. Chariot. A lot of things in reverse. The Chariot, the Emperor. What's upright though is the knowledge. The thing is, you do have the answers, and they do guide you. But also, right, the thing about the High Priestess, which is, alright, speaking as the High Priestess, the Hierophant, a shaman, things along those lines, is that the more knowledge you gain, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, right? Because, like with tarot, if you're kind of like going through life and you're making the same decisions without realizing it, you might not realize it, right? But with tarot, when you do realize it, you hold yourself accountable, right? Allegedly. And if you know something's wrong, then it starts eating at you a little bit, right? So what happens is, if we know something is wrong, and we might be reacting out of the emotion of knowing something is wrong, then we then turn into like a panic. Oh, I gotta react because I know this is wrong. So I know this feeling is wrong. I have to react on this feeling, right? But we also have to realize that taking our time to really understand the energy behind said feeling would always be the best way to respond to it. That's something I hope to share this new moon with everybody. Hey man, a couple days, a week, a month is not old. It's not. I know there's pressure to talk to everybody every day and to respond to every text within 2 minutes or something, but it's not. Yes, we are the High Priestess, Aries, because the answer is within us. So let's take the time to find the correct answer, because it's going to light up your soul. It's not going to, because we talked about that earlier in today's reading. Yes, we're hurt. If we respond with hurt energy, yes, we might come up with a million ways to respond with hurt energy. But is that really what we want to do? So the Chariot says, we believe in you. We believe that you're going to figure it out and be victorious. It just might take some time. Alright. Let's get Leos. I literally, what did I just say? I said, let's get Leos. And what did I freaking pull? A freaking lion. Oh my god. Mangoes? I'll do that later. I want to get my cards and stuff. But, dude, Leos. Strength. Now, here's the thing I want to tell Leos, right? Leo, you are a Leo every day. Every day, you're the same Leo. Not just when you turn it on. I'm gonna dig into that. Leos, you're beautiful every day. You're the same funny person every day. You're the same talented person every day. You're the same caring person every day. People's opinions, they may change, but you're still that person. So us having to get validation for other people, we don't need that, right? There's no need for us to go, oh, look at this picture of us when I do my makeup, or when I dress up, or when I'm feeling good, or something like that. Because the biggest thing I learned with modeling is that that person that I see in the picture, here's just a beat up card, right? Boom. This person in this picture, that's me every day, right? Like, I know a lot of us, especially with social media, we can hide behind a profile because these are our good pictures, but there's no need to do that. Be you, you know? And that's what matters the most. That's where your strength is you being you. And that's why people love you. So, focus on how you can be the best you today, right? And enjoy that. And realize that, again, like in the business card or that modeling when I got all whatever done up, blah, 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 blah. That's me every day, you know? So live life like it. Only Leos know what I'm talking about. Everyone else knows what I'm saying. Leos, you know what I'm saying. Alright, let's get Sagittarius. Boom. Oop, it was upside down. It's 2 cards. We got the 3 of Swords and the Fool. Sagittarius is, we're kind of, as a Sag rising, tell me about it. Alright, I'm speaking from Sag rising right now. Sages are so used to going that they don't know how to like move without, like, I saw this meme. It's like, I got some rest so I don't have high functioning anxiety to get things done. So Sagittarius, not saying that's exactly you, but Sagittarius, we're so used to go, but now that it's like we don't feel like going, it's confusing. We go, what is this? You know, like the butterfly meme. Like, what is this? Is this emotions? Huh. You can only say fuck it so many times. You know what I'm saying? What I've learned about having an RV, you can only flush the toilet so many times before the toilet starts coming back up and then flush you. So with that, Sagittarius, the reason I'm saying this is because we have the Fool and we have the Three of Swords. The Fool is go, live your life, just vibe out, you know, be in the frequency, go with the flow. That's what a Sagittarius is. A Sagittarius is damn near the embodiment of the Fool card, right? We're just going, we don't care about anything, we'll figure it out along the way. Amazing. But now, it's a little bit tougher. Like, it's like, I don't know, something's missing, right? You're like, I'm trying to, but like, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like it's something missing. And what's missing is the Three of Swords, because it's time for us to just, again, retreat, stop, process, and realize in a clever way how to achieve our goals, right? Let's say, as a Sagittarius, as we talked about traveling and all that stuff, right? What we've learned with the family about traveling is that it was so cool because we were like, you know, I'm used to, all right, we travel for like a day, 2 days, you know, we're here in town, and then we're going to the next spot, right? And then we're going to the next spot, and then we're going to the next spot, and then we're going to the next spot. And then we realized that, you know, it wasn't really the restaurants that we were really enjoying. It was the people we went to the restaurants with that we were enjoying, right? You meet someone and then we're like, fuck yeah, dude, you should take us to your favorite spot, you know, whatever. We won't even tell them that we take care of it, but then we do and they're stoked, right? Because, you know, love and shit like that. Now, we were like, well, okay, let's travel, but let's slow it down. Let's stay a week in a spot. Let's stay a month in a spot. Let's find this, and this, and maybe instead of living out a suitcase, maybe I can have a small little home somewhere that I could just hang out for a couple months or a little bit whenever I feel like it. Maybe I travel a lot to avoid my emotions, and we should slow down a little bit and remember what that energy was in the first place. Because I can speak from this experience of, alright, so now you start traveling, you start a vlog, you start having, you know, adventures and this, that, and the other, and you did it because that's genuinely what you wanted to do, and you were sharing it because you just felt like you had to share it. And then in the process of sharing it, it somehow turned into a job of maintaining that image or that frequency, right? Hey, everyone knows me as a travel person. Everybody knows me as a lit person, so I need to be lit every single day. I need to be traveling every single day. I need to do this all the time. Hey, so-and-so's getting married, so-and-so had a baby, I'm going to catch a flight. When we do this, we're hurting ourselves because no one's telling you that you can't travel, but maybe there's some changes we want to make to enjoy it more. You know what I'm saying? So just fruit for thought. Sages, it's okay to slow down for a little bit. We got some emotions to work through. I said I wanted to go through 420 last night. We did. We worked through our emotions. I'm not gonna say we worked through, because I think that's a common misconception that everyone thinks that, you know, you smoke a joint in a car or sit down and do a live show for 5 hours, that all your emotions gonna be figured out. No. Enjoy the process. Right? Laugh, tell jokes. You know. You don't have to do it regardless. If this lifetime or the next, but alright, so Sages, that's fire signs. Again, I'm a different tarot reader. Different. Let's do air signs and then water signs. Boom. Air signs. First one is Gemini, Princess of Cups. Geminis, it's time to really sit with what fills your cup. You know, just sit and reflect on, you know, all the aspects that fill your cup. Maybe we like certain aspects about tennis. Maybe we like certain aspects about basketball. Maybe we like certain aspects of this person. We like certain aspects about ourselves in this way. We like doing this. We like doing that. We don't like doing X, Y, and Z. Now, if we figure out all the things we do like about all the different aspects and all the things we don't like about all these other different factors in life, we might even come up with something completely new that we didn't think about, right? We might create a new sport, we might create a new trend, but it's as simple as just figuring out what you like and what you don't like, what you want to improve, what you want to change. Libras, got the Scorpio card, right? Boom. Libras, it's okay to be a little mysterious for a little bit. I feel that Libras are so used to being that person for every single body, right? That it's okay to go Danny Phantom Ghost and just like pull up in your shell, right? Pull up in your shell. Hey, God, I can't reach. Pull up in your shell and just like hang out and like fill your cup for once. So many people are so used to doing everything the people please that we then start to dislike people. Prince of Cups says, don't get there. Pull back. Be an asshole. Right? Not necessarily go out your way to put someone down, but like, hey, if you gotta cancel or you don't want to go out to the thing, then don't do it. That's fine. If you don't have space to hold this conversation, then that's fine. You don't have to give on an empty cup. I know it's different knowledge for Libras, but it's definitely something worth checking out. Give it a try. Come holler at me on the full moon. This is a new moon. We still got 2 more weeks. Check it out. Alright. And Aquariuses, Seven of Pentacles. This is what we talked about of like the Aquarius and the Pluto thing, is where it's like you keep getting a 7 and it's just not good. But this is where we talked about, in order something to get to that level, we might have to do something different. What is that different thing? We may not know it yet. So it's okay to go back to the drawing. Don't become complacent because you tried 100 times and you keep getting just a 7. I feel like that's something I've learned with the music, is that if it's not what you want it to be, then don't just keep going at it. You'll get there. Maybe, hey, I don't know exactly what it is that I need to add to this song or add to this thing to make it pop, but I know that it's not there yet. And you being honest with yourself is a huge step towards getting there. Alright, so we have last readings, water signs, and then we're out of here. Literally been 4, 3, 4. I can't even see the times covered. I'm in a hyperbolic time chamber, just soaking the shit up, dude. Alright. Cancers. You have so many decisions that if you gotta retreat. It goes back to the same thing. I'm glad we did that. So many decisions you gotta make that you gotta fall back. And you gotta realize that only your heart is gonna guide you, not your mind. Because again, we think we do things that we wanna do. We thought we wanted them, but in our heart, we don't, and we won't admit that. And if you can't admit that, then how are you gonna get what you want? Because you're gonna keep telling yourself what you have is what you want, and that's not really what you want. What you want is something else. So be honest with yourself and be like, you know what, I thought I wanted this, but this isn't really it. Okay, well, what do you want? Well, I don't know. Well, it's okay for you not to know. What's so not okay is for you not to do something about it. So Cancers, fall back and remember what it is our heart guides us. A lot of times we get so disconnected from our heart because our heart then makes us feel bad, because what happens is, this is what happens with the heart. The heart, you gotta go 100% on. You can't go halfway percent, right? So if you, let's say, skip work, right, and then go to the concert or something, and then you were so stressed out about work that you ended up kind of like even going back to work, or you didn't fully enjoy the concert, whatever it is, that you then got fired, and then you think of it as a traumatic experience because you went to the concert and you shouldn't listen to your heart again. You should have just went to work and, you know, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, if, let's say, we went full 100% at the concert and fully enjoyed ourselves, met the band, met some awesome people that gave us some awesome opportunities, and we stayed in that frequency, no telling where we go. But the only way we get to that level is by following our heart all the way, not halfway. So you're gonna have so many different options. What do you choose? Follow your heart. Well, I haven't done that in so long. Well, it's time for us to get back connected. All right, we got Scorpios coming up. Interesting that Scorpios got the Fool. You see how we had the Fool in here? It was in reverse. Now Scorpios, they got the Fool upright. Scorpios, you've been vibing for a minute, but now it's time to pop out. Have a good time. Be yourself. Scorpios, it's time for you to find people who accept you for the way you are. If you're blunt, if you don't tolerate bullshit, then go be around other people who are blunt and don't tolerate bullshit. If you want to have a good time and you want to vibe out and listen to this music, then go find other people who want to vibe out and listen to the same music. Let's stop. I feel that the difference is realizing that, oh, I'm so mysterious and I'm so different, and we kind of like prided ourselves on being that way, but then it was also lonely, and we weren't admitting that we were just lonely, and we were turning that pain into like purpose, right? Now we don't have to be in pain and be all alone because there's other people that do the same thing too, and if no one else does, just do it and enjoy being different without like, I'm different than all you guys. Yo, I'm different than everyone else. I'm having a good time. I don't care what you guys are doing. You know, like, try it. I know it's two different. It seems like I'm saying the same thing, but it's really two different energies. All right, so Pisces. Here we go. Three of Pentacles. Right? This has been cool. A lot of different cards. Three of Pentacles. We're building something, Pisces, and it's going to take some time, and people might not understand it, but that's the thing about it. If you build something phenomenal that lasts forever because you followed your heart, when you look back at it, you're going to be stoked on it. Like, damn, I can't believe I did that, and that was amazing. Versus doing something to make everybody else happy, and then you realize that everybody else doesn't even know what they want. So then you're unhappy about your art, and you know what you want to do then? Go back to making more art and do it over or something like that. Take the time. Understand what you're building is going to last for quite some time, right? So enjoy the process. Like we said, enjoy falling back. Enjoy going to the drawing board. Enjoy doing all of that stuff, right? Also, just tune everybody else out as you build your thing. And Pisces, I know that's one of your favorite things to do is get in your vibe, but find your vibe, stay in it, and you know what I'm saying? Like, trust me, people are going to make requests and all that stuff. Keep doing you, right? And at the end, they're going to thank you, and you're going to thank yourself for sticking with your vibe. So that is our readings. I'm gonna give you guys a beer. Have fun. I'm gonna wrap this up because I went definitely over my time that I thought, but that's the thing. I had expectations and thought I was gonna do this, but in reality, I needed to do that, and it helped. So. Yeah, till next time. I'm going to do some celebrity readings soon. We didn't get to them today, but I'll be back to do some celebrity readings. So let me know any celebrities that you guys would like to see readings for. So until then, much love. Stay light. Stay